Hi everyone. So today we'll talk about the different types of software testing or methodologies. So there we divided into two different types, that is functional testing and the non-functional testing. So in functional testing we have unit testing, integration testing, functional testing, that is system testing, regression testing, usability testing, exploratory testing, alpha testing, beta testing, and the acceptance testing. So we'll go one by one each, and then the in non-functional testing we'll talk about performance testing, load testing, stress testing, security testing, and the compatibility testing. So we'll start with the first functional testing. That is first is unit testing. So unit testing is like testing individual units of components or code in isolation to ensure they work correctly. For example, testing a function that calculates the total price of item in a shopping cart. That is one part of the shopping application. So okay, then next is integration testing. So testing how different units or component work together. For instance, testing how a login button interact with a user profile module. So these two are different components. Now after integration, how it works. So testing that is called integration testing. Then functional testing, like ensuring that the software functions according to its specifications or the requirement. Means any product their functionality should work as per the specification and the requirement. For example, testing that a submit button on any form actually submit the data or not. So that's what. Then we have regression testing. So rerunning the tests to catch any new issues introduced by recent changes. For example, after adding a new feature, you retest existing functionalities to ensure they still work as expected. Then usability testing. So evaluating the user friendliness of the software. For example, checking if user can easily navigate and use the feature of any application, that is web-based application, mobile application, anything. Then we have exploratory testing. So informally exploring the software to find defects without predefined test cases. For example, or for instance, playing around with an app to discover any unexpected behaviors. The word itself saying exploratory. So here we need to do the exploratory testing, like exploring any application or product. Then we have alpha testing, that is uh, testing by a small group of internal users before releasing the software. For example, a software company's employees testing a new version of their internal project management tool before releasing the software. Then we have beta testing. So here testing the software in a real world environment by a large group of external users. For instance, allowing a selected group of users to try out a new social media platform before it's officially launched. So company basically try to launch beta product before launching it to the final release, so that they will gather some feedback and identify the issues. Then we have acceptance testing. So ensuring the software meets the requirements and is ready for deployment based on user or client criteria. For example, a client testing a newly developed e-commerce website to ensure it meets the business needs. So generally we do the acceptance testing in the last. Okay, now we'll jump to non-functional testing. So here first is performance testing, like evaluating the software speeds and responsiveness under different conditions. For instance, testing how quickly a web page load under different network speeds. Then we have load testing, testing the software's performance under heavy load. For example, simulating a large number of users accessing a website simultaneously to see how it handles the traffic. Then we have stress testing. So here, pushing the software beyond its normal operating condition to identify its breaking point. For instance, sending an extremely large amount of data to a server to see how it handles the overload. Then we have security testing. So here, identifying the vulnerabilities or the risk in the software's security mechanism. For example, checking if any banking application is susceptible to unauthorized access or hacking attempts or not. So that's how we are performing the security testing. Then we have compatibility testing, like testing the software compatibility with the different devices, browsers, or operating system. Uh, for instance, like testing a website to ensure it works well on various web browser like Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and the various operating system like Windows, Linux, Mac. Yeah, thank you. That's it.